the pride of Bakersfield, Foothill High School, legendary Nick. Chris Childs joins the show. Chris, what up, brother?
How you doing, brother?
What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Man,
Great.
pride of Bakersfield, man. I played arena ball in Bakersfield, man. That shit. I lived on California.
Hey, I got to make a correction. It's not DC. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, my bad. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. So you're doing some inner city work with the youth out there with the babies out there. I call them babies, even if they're fucking my former player. But with the youth out there in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, with the youngins. We say the youngins.
Youngins, no doubt. Shout out to you, man, for doing that for those guys. I know all of them. We needed everywhere. Shit. But man, I can't thank you enough, man. A Knick legend. The Knicks are resurfacing up here with this huge rivalry resurfaced from your days with the Pacers. What's your biggest takeaway with this with this reunion of rivalries?
Hey, it's needed. The league needs it. You know, we got some fresh faces out there. My Knicks, they out there playing football, man. They banging into people. That ain't basketball. They knocking people over, and I love it.
Yeah, they're definitely playing physical, man. You know, I it's funny. I think before the playoffs started, I don't know if anybody would have just predicted that this would be the Eastern Conference Finals. You know, the Pacers versus the Knicks. But I'm loving every second of it. I think they got Reggie calling the game too. Game 1, you know, in the guard, so you know it's gonna be all the fireworks going on. You kind of mentioned it already just now, but what is it? Even outside of the physicality part, what is it about this Knicks team that makes them so good?
Shit, they don't care. They go out there, don't care who you are, what you are. Let's lace them up and see who can outduel each other. It's mind over matter, you know.
Yeah.
Playing under Tibbs, he's gonna force you to get in condition. He's gonna play you a lot of minutes because he's preparing you for this time. And so, as you see, when we played Boston, how they just slowly wilted down, and we slowly wore them down, and they couldn't keep up. And so Indiana's going to get up and down, so we got to be at our best.
No doubt. Sure. What's your biggest takeaway from today's game in your years, like your era, our era when we grew up? What's your biggest takeaway from then to now? Like, I keep watching these Game 7 blowouts, man, and I'm just having a hard time watching these NBA. Like, damn, I just can't remember too many big-time Game 7 blowouts. I mean, I'm sure there's been some, but maybe you remember more, but it's been a lot this year. And I saw it on the ticker during the game. It's the most 25-point victories in an NBA playoff run in the history of NBA. That shit's crazy to me. Like, we've had a lot of blowouts. Even the Knicks coming back from down 20 to the Celtics twice in the Garden early on. I mean, other than the ending of the game was actually relatively kind of bad, and they were getting blown out. They come back at the end, win the game, and everyone thinks it's great basketball. Is it good basketball still?
I mean, for my Knicks, yeah, but for everybody else, nah. I've never seen this type of basketball in the playoffs where you have blowouts, you have teams coming back, you got flagrant. The game has changed, and I understand it has to evolve, but it's too soft for me. I can't watch a whole game because the referees are the show. Every other second, it's let's go review this, let's go review that. So what's the point of having 3 referees? Shit, get 4. But just keep the pace of the game going. And I think that's what's turning the fans off. I remember when we were, you know, one of the top league. You know, now everybody's watching football, and I think baseball is ahead of us right now. So we got to get back to not letting the referees be the show and let the players and the product be the interest of what the team wants to see. Because I know me as a former player, me as a big fan, I'm telling you, I can sit here and turn on the game, and by the end of the first quarter, I'm channel surfing to watch something else.
That's crazy. And a former veteran, dog. I'm telling you, Smitty, I've been saying it, dog. That 10-minute review for just a common foul is crazy.
Yeah, like, no, I don't like that either, too. But let me get some clarity. So, when you say the game is soft, do you think it's more so specifically because of the refs themselves, or is it a combination of the refs being quick on the whistle and also just this generation of players being softer than what you guys were?
Well, you know, I know a lot of people are going to take it the wrong way, but soft is these guys are dribbling and they snap their head back like they just got shot and I understand that's gamemanship and you're getting the ref to make the call, but let these guys earn their way to the free throw line. I remember playing in Joey Crawford, who I loved to death and hated him at the same time, but he was honest. And he told me, he's like, you haven't been in the league long enough to earn that call. And my response is, so you're a cheater. You know what I'm saying? You're basically cheating. And he was like, fuck you. And I'm like, well, fuck you back. And then we went on and continued to play the game. Excuse me for using that language, but
shit, this show, that's all we do.
Yeah. But yeah, that part of the game where these guys are, you know, even Karl Anthony Towns, he looks like one of those things you put out in front of the store when he's going to the basket. And I'm like, yeah. And, you know, he gets the call, but yeah, the game is changed. I guess they don't want to see the physicality and guys getting into it and, you know, throwing blows. But that was the way the game was played then. And I guess this is what the fans want to see now. But like I said, I want to see guys get tougher and earn their way to the free throw line instead of the ref just because of the number on your jersey or the name on the back of your jersey giving you the benefit of doubt and making these calls.
How many? Let me just ask you, like, what is the 3-point shot done to this game compared to when you play? Like, it seems to be, you know, Boston took 63s, missed 45 of them in that series, the first game. They continue to do so. That's their game. That's their MO. Steph Curry's addition to the league coming in, is he changed the game as far as what it is now, or is it the Euro bigs that have come in and been the guy that shoots from the three at 7 foot now, the Dirk Nowitzki's and so on and so forth? What has changed? Because it's a perimeter-heavy game, right?
Yeah, well, the Euro guys saw the way the game was played in the U.S., so they made sure they catered their game over there to prepare to come over here and be a difference maker. But when Steph came in the game, that destroyed all the fundamentals of how I was taught and how we were taught to shoot the ball, lay up first. You know, it can be 3-on-1. These guys are pulling up. You did that when I play. You're coming out the game.
No doubt.
You understand? And so, but every like I said, the game is all. Everybody can't be Steph. You know, everybody can't shoot and turn. I've seen this kid since he was little when I was in Toronto, and him and his dad put in the work. So, I guess in retrospect, it's okay. But as you can see, Boston lost the series against us because I think they missed out of the series 133s.
That's crazy.
Somewhere around there. So that's not a prescription to win. As you see, you know, we shoot a lot of threes with the Knicks, but nowhere near that. We're still getting into the paint first.
Right.
You know, they're outside in, we're inside out, and that's the difference.
No doubt. Chris, before Smitty, I got to ask you one thing. I can't thank you enough for hopping on here, man. Let me ask you, you made the tabloids forever, obviously, for with the Kobe Bryant taking his shot at his ass. I love Kobe, but I love this. This is what we grew up in. I think that was a huge deal to rattle somebody, to try to get a superstar off his P's and Q's. What was the reason or rationale behind it? And what was the whole deal behind this? Was this a motivational thing for your team? Was it just like, you ain't punking us because that was him? What was that deal like?
Well, you know, first and foremost, rest in peace, Bean. Kobe Bryant, great player, one of the best players to ever play this game. Did a lot for the league, did a lot for girls basketball as well. Yeah. But just back in the day, it's just basic fundamentals. When your teammate shoots the ball, you're supposed to get back. So I end up getting back. Me and Allen Houston get cross-matched because he shot, so I get his man. So I'm chasing him around screens. He's throwing elbows, and I'm like, okay, all right, this is how this is gonna go. So went back down, did it again. He took off, ran down, elbow got a little higher. Yeah. So let me see. I think his name Monty McCutcheon and Tim Donaghy, who got in trouble, were the referees. And I was with those guys in the CBA. So we had a little rapport. So I'm like, hey, y'all go, do something about this. And so they give me the emoji shrug. I'm like, okay. I said, I guess I'm gonna have to take care of this because we in LA, I got 75 family members in the stands.
Right.
Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, cousins, neighbors, milkman, dog catcher, everybody, right? So come back around, I say, young fella, you do that shit again, I'm gonna take off on your ass. And he walked up to me and he's 6'6", I'm 6'3". So I'm like, all right, let me get him off of me so I can get some space.
Yeah.
And he hit me he didn't really want to throw the elbow.
Yeah.
Little chicken wing, and you messed up there, buddy. And I just, neighborhood 805 Bakersfield just took over and I had to hit him.
That's what I'm saying. Bakersfield, Cali, you got that Cali shit. And people don't realize, fuck all that.
Yeah, we ain't with all that. We hit first and asked question last. And I bounced away so that nobody would hit me from behind. I want to keep everybody.
Yeah, you got to keep everything in front. Yeah.
Yeah, so, when that happened, I'm like, let me push back. And then as you can see, Shaq, which me and Shaq have a good relationship, he pushes Pat. And then they get tied up. So the big guys are over there, so I'm good. But Ron Harper, who's a friend of mine as well, you see he wants to come at me, but he's like, that's my boy too. And so he looking back. And so, yeah, it was just one of those things, man. And, you feel like, oh, yeah, I got homie. And if he wants some more, we can do it again in the locker room. But then when you get back and the next day and you go in your locker and there's a pink slip, that's your fine. And that joint was $250,000 for 2 games. That's when you're like, okay, I can't do this again.
Oh, man, 250?
250, but when
what year is that? 2000?
That was that 97, 99? It's 97 to 99.
Damn, man. So if you put that to like today with the inflation rate,
$1 million.
Golly.
Yeah, and so David Stern called me in. He's like, hey, I can't be doing that. I was like, Dave, look, anybody walk up on me like that, they go get it. Right. So I tell you what, you don't get into any more altercations this year, I'll give you 80% of it back and 20% go to charity.
Oh, okay.
And I said, no problem. And that was the hardest thing to do because you can go back, almost got into it with Mike. He threw an elbow, and I definitely wanted Tim Hardaway. And I couldn't, but I didn't want to have to pay any more fines. So
what happened with Tim?
I ain't never liked Tim. He sounds like a chipmunk.
I didn't know that.
I don't.
Yeah, I love it. I love the real shit.
I don't like him to this day. I don't even like listening to him talk.
I love it.
That's the Nick Heat rivalries.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, no doubt. That's how much hate just because it was Kobe Bean. Like people don't realize like that's in the moment of the sport. Like there ain't no fucking bad blood after the fact. Now that he's passed away, rest in peace. Everyone wants to. Oh, you took off on Kobe, motherfucker. That was 25 years ago. Like, come on, homie. Right? Yeah, like get the fuck out of here. Did you take heat forever? Do you still do it?
Oh, people they hit me on Instagram. But what I do, and I talk to pretty much everybody, whether good, bad, you say about me doesn't matter. But I break it down to where I tell them like, hey, that was how we played the game.
Right.
But I don't know how old you are, but that's been 25 years ago. Let it go because we got to he has a family still that lives on this planet. They don't need to be hearing about this shit over and over and over again about your negativity. That's just what happened. And the thing about that people don't understand is that Kobe told other teammates that he respected me for doing that.
I bet he did. Knowing how he operates, he's like, okay, he didn't back down. You know what I'm saying?
Why I'm older. You're younger than me. Well, how am I going to back down from a younger guy?
I was going to ask you what was that? What year was that for you in the league versus Kobe? Was his rookie year?
I think it was 96,
so probably his first year.
No, this is his second. This is the second year.
Yeah.
And and I came to the league. I was 25 as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? My first year because I've spent 5 years in the CBA. So I was already 27, 28 when he was like 19, 20.
Right.
So I'm not even looking at, it's him or I don't care who you are. If you go back and look at a game against Chicago and MJ hit me, David Stern was in my mind because I was getting ready to take off on him too. So I don't care who you are. If you go play the game fair, physical, I'm with it. But if you go start playing dirty, that's when I have a problem.
Nah, I respect that. I respect it. Real quick, because you brought it up, man. What was it like playing against like Mike though? Like during that time, you play against Kobe, you play against Mike. We know the comparisons of the styles and all of that, but like how good truly was Mike from the lens of somebody who was on the court actually going at him?
Well, what made him and Kobe and all great players great is their basketball IQ and their footwork. If you watch Michael, he has the best footwork of anybody out there on the floor. Yeah, he had God-given ability, can jump out the gym, but his footwork was what made him tough, because if I can get him out to 17, 19 feet, it's to my advantage. Right. But if he get me 15 or 13 feet, it's his advantage. So it was mind games, and it was making sure that you got the person off his spot or not let them get to their advantage point. And it never bothered me, or I looked at, oh, I'm playing against Mike, I got to get this amount of sleep. No, you're just another dude that's putting his shoes on. Everybody else, yeah, you're great, you're doing your thing, but I'm great too at what I do.
Right.
And so, yeah, are you going to stop a guy like that? No. What you want to do is limit him, and hopefully and pray to God that he have an off night.
How close were those two? Like, I know Kobe mastered his game after him, or copied it and tried to become even a better model or version of it. How close was Kobe? I know his feet work is something that a lot of people say is very similar, maybe even more athletic. How close were those two? And was Kobe close in that same genre?
Oh, yeah, they're very close. I think Mike's intensity on the defensive end was a little better than Kobe's, because Kobe has Shaq behind him, so he can gamble more, and Shaq can clean up some of that stuff, where Mike didn't have a big guy like that, other than position-wise, for as Dennis and Scotty could cover some of that stuff, but he was more intense on the defensive end than Kobe. But other than that, I think Kobe was a better long-range shooter, shooting the three than Mike. But they both were crazy athletic. I think Mike might have had his vertical maybe 2 inches higher than Kobe, but they both can get it done at the two guard.
No doubt. Man. Hey, moving on to kind of back to the current day, we talked about the East, the Eastern Conference Finals. Kind of want to talk about the Western Conference Finals. You got OKC, you got the Timberwolves, you got SGA going against Anthony Edwards, kind of the two big names there. Who do you like in that series and why?
Man, that's going to be a tough one, man. But I've always said that OKC, they're so deep, and they play so hard defensively. And he's going to have his hands full. He's going to get his. But I don't know if the other guys are going to be able to sustain the amount of pressure that OKC is going to put on them, because they go 8-9 deep.
They do.
I think Minnesota might go 7 or 6. Rudy's he's not going to be as much of a factor, because if he had a low post game, it'd be different. He only can do what he can do on defense.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a low post game. Randall's going to have to stand the post, because if he's out there casting threes, they have no offensive rebounding if Rudy's not in the game. So I'm picking OKC in 6.
Damn. I want to ask you one thing before you get out of here. I appreciate you hopping on, man. College basketball wise, you were a Big Sky Player of the Year. Boise State at that time had to be from Bakersfield to Boise. That was probably a little bit of a culture shock. What is the difference in college basketball now? Will the mid-major, like a Boise, a BYU is pretty good, who made a run this year, are they done with this NIL and this transfer portal shit? Is the mid-major run in college hoops over with?
All right, before I go, let me correct that. I'm not on Twitter. That's not me. People are copying different stuff, but
that ain't you. I tagged you too. All right.
Yeah, that's not me. But I think with the mid majors, it's going to be tough. It's going to go back to old school recruiting, like they did when I was playing, where my college coach Bobby Dye came into the home. He came from California. I felt comfortable with that particular guy. But with the NIL deal, man, it's going to be tough, man. these guys are making more money than the coaches. You know, so how are you going to keep a guy there where you can recruit? Another coach can recruit a guy at another college and offer him more money to come to his school and play. So I'm a firm believer where I started, I'm going to finish because I want to beat the best, not be the best. You know, so you line them up, and if my team is the underdog, I want to stay there to prove that I don't care how much money they give you. It all depends. It's what happens is what we do on the court. And I like my chances against yours.
Nah, there's no doubt. I'm the same way. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man, for this type of thing, but we'll see how it goes. What else you got going on now? What else is in the fire for everybody to know what you got going?
Hey man, I'm just working on my golf game right now, man. It's been bad for about 8 months. I got down to like a +2 handicap. Now I'm at a 2. So I'm tinkering with things. Down here, I work with the ex-military guys, retired military, every Tuesday. Go up there and have breakfast with those guys, talk about current affairs, how the military is being worked with now with the new president. We give back to the community, give back to teachers, students, just giving back, man, because rest in peace, my father was always someone that said, you can't keep it unless you give it away. So give back what you've learned over the years. You never know who you might touch, and whenever you leave the house, you're always auditioning for somebody because somebody's always watching.
No doubt. Hey, real quick, we do a segment to end the show with our guest, Chris. We can't thank you enough. I want to do a little bit of a hell yeah or hell nah with Chris Childs, and I got to start right out the gate. Hell yeah or hell nah, Cooper Flagg will be a bust.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. That kid is gonna be dope, man.
I don't know why you even said that, JB.
Gotta get some content.
Hey, that kid, what I saw when he did pre-trial the Olympics against the NBA players.
Oh,
yeah, he's a real deal, Holyfield.
Okay, I got one. I got the next one. Hell yeah or hell no. If the Timberwolves win the championship, Anthony Edwards will become the face of the league.
Hell yeah.
Over the MVP, over the MVP in OKC.
Hey, the chip, baby. It's all about the chip.
Yeah.
You get it's the chip, then the MVP.
Like quarterback play, like I say, but yeah, what do I know?
You gotta get that chip first.
No doubt. Hell yeah, hell nah. John Starks' dunk on Jordan is the greatest playoff dunk ever.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's my boy, but hell no. Might be one of the greatest playoff Nick dunks.
Okay, I like that.
Greatest playoff Nick dunks. But playoff dunk, no, because I played with Vince Carter in the playoffs, and hey, he did some things down there at TO.
Yeah, not for sure. All right, here go my last one. Hell yeah or hell no. This Knicks team would have beat your Knicks team in the playoff series. Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell to the no. To the no.
Hell no.
He a problem, no. You probably would have been guarding Brunson.
Absolutely. And we'd have got busy, but we had the advantage everywhere else but the point guard. Me and Charlie would have double team Brunson. And then now they would have to play in our era. So all that bumping and fouling, we bumps too.
Hey, I'm good friends with Charlie Ward, man.
That would have given that work.
Yeah.
Hey, I became close friends with Charlie, man, over the years. He sent me a lot of players. And I recruited a lot of his players from his high school that he was coaching at the time in Florida. And great dude, man. But my
shout
last
out
one,
to Charlie, man. Shout out.
Hell yeah. I'm going to get him on the show, too. Last one for me, hell yeah or hell nah. If the Knicks win it all, Jalen Brunson will be the greatest Knick of all time.
That shit ain't fair. Over Clyde, in this era, yeah, because of the young kids, hell yeah. Because of this generation. This generation.
And Clyde and Walt?
Oh, I said this generation. That generation of the 90s, 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s is still Clyde, Patrick, Willis, Dave DeBusschere, Bradley, Rest in peace too, man. Dick Barnett passed recently, man. So rest in peace to his family and loved ones. But yeah, Jalen, he'll be up there because what he's doing is special, man. I'm in shock and awe because I played with his dad, saw him as a youth, and seeing how Dallas just gave away two of their best players ever.
Insane.
And they all they do was pay those guys, and they could have paid them long term, short term, didn't matter. But I'm thankful that they didn't, and we got him, and we getting ready to do something special. But yeah, he will.
If the Knicks win it all, it's gonna be like he ain't got to do nothing the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? Like he's good. He's golden. Every TV commercial, like it's a wrap. Like
he's God. He's already Jesus. He's God. Once if they win it all, he can write his own check, man. He can go on speed. He can go and speak and not even play no more and make $1 billion.
Yeah, man. Them fans are wild out there, man. But I love it. So
no doubt.
Y'all see.
Chris, I can't thank you enough, man. You guys make sure you change it. You are on Instagram though.
Yeah, IG and Cash App and Facebook. I'm on all that, but that Twitter, that's not me.
Got you. I'll delete that tweet and then make sure you guys follow him on Instagram and make sure you guys donate to his cause, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate it all.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys, man. Enjoy, man. Peace.
Thank you, brother.
Peace.